I walk to, like, they're like, who you here for? Yep. You know, I had to literally get like escorted through some places. So yeah, like, you know,
been there.
Just Alright, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the Millennial Mogul Mindset Podcast. I'm your host, and along with my hosting partner, Roadway to Success. What's going on, Alex?
What's up with you guys? Another great episode. We got another great guest here, so we're really excited to get going. Let's get this one going.
Yes, as we said, another great episode, and we have a special guest today. We have a guest who's an entrepreneur. He's a photographer. How long have you been photographer?
10 years.
10 years. Wow, 10 years. Okay, so you know, Alex, introduce the guest.
Yeah, so this is my man's right here, Markel. Needs no introduction, but I'm gonna go ahead and let him go ahead and do his own introduction.
What's up, family? Nice to meet y'all. Thank you for welcoming me, you know, on the show and everything.
Sure.
My name is Markel Gales. A lot of people know me as Shot by Kel. Like I said, I have been in photography for the past 10 years. Have built my name up in the DMV area, also around the nation. But I've also moved in the financial literacy space, and I've started business consulting. So I help people start their own business from the ground up, structure it properly. I help them build up their credit profile, not repair their credit profile, but I help them enhance their credit profile.
Wow.
And then from there, we take them through the steps of either properly getting business funded or grant writing, all those steps. And then I take them through like a mentorship program too, where I can help guide them and help them optimize their business fully.
Oh, wow, that's dope, man. That's dope. Wow. So, okay. So, where are you from, and how did you get this? Like you said, you started in the DMV area, but are you from the DMV area?
Yes, born and raised DMV.
Okay.
Yeah, born and raised in the DMV. I got started actually in high school, where I met the co-host. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Alex. Yeah. Started in high school doing photography.
Okay.
I want to say it was like sophomore year. We had to choose like an elective or something, and my dad let me use his camera for the class because we wasn't trying to spend no extra money, you know, being in private school.
So your dad was a photographer?
Yeah. He never took it serious though. Like he did it as side gigs and stuff, but he never really tried to take it to the professional level.
Right.
But I didn't think I would take it to the professional level either. But people always love my work. Rest in peace, my guy AG. But he saw something in me, and he was a rapper, blowing up out of the area too.
Okay.
And he asked me to be a part of his group and everything, and I was in the studio with them like every night, and that's when I actually like fell in love with the camera and, you know, actually like grew a passion for everything, because that was like the point in time, like, you know, it kind of connected like art and music all in one, because I always loved music, whether it's old, new, you know what I'm saying. So it connected both of those, and you know, now it shows up in my work today. I love showing concerts and, you know, working with a lot of major artists today.
Okay, that's dope. You got any questions?
Yeah, man. Like I said, proud of the progress that you made, because I've seen the progress like over time.
Right.
And I would see a lot of people posting on Twitter and just like different shots. And I'm like, wait a minute, that looks familiar. And it was Kel, because I think you were doing like cover art at one point for like a lot of mixtapes and stuff. Like, talk about that a little, some of your projects.
So yeah, definitely started out doing like graphic art. Was never like perfect at it or specialized in it, no way. But it just, you know, was a part of that whole art gimmick, I would say. And you know, that just like connected me with a bunch of artists, and you know, being able to go to the studio, shoot with them, or being able to pull up to their show and work with them, that just led to even more stuff. So well, it all started at McNamara, honestly, like football games, you know, little projects on the side here and there, like, you know, just taking pictures in the hallways, man. Like, yeah, that's where it really started.
Okay, man, that's dope. All right, so you got started with, you know, like your friend, correct, like from school. But how did you get started, like professionally? How did you build up your clientele professionally?
That's a tough question. I want to say the best way I built up my clientele was just networking. I started out doing a lot of stuff for free. I would definitely say I was just pulling up anywhere. I went to some of the trenches of DC, worked with some artists. I don't even know if they even still here with us, you know.
Had to wear like the 50 Cent bulletproof vest and that.
Man, nah, like it was literally like some places I walked to, like, they're like, who you here for? You know, I had to literally get like escorted through some places. So yeah, like, you know,
been there.
just taking that leap of faith, that just, you know, that person connected me with this person. Oh, who shot that for you? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, now like this year, I was able to work Broccoli City, Rolling Loud. Well, this was probably like my third year working Broccoli City, but this was my second time working Rolling Loud. But this time I got to really shoot like all the major artists, like my favorite artists, Travis Scott. That team saw it and picked it up thanks to my guy Ray. He works with their team on a consulting basis and sent it through to him, and you know, we've been locking, you know, ever since. So
how did you get into stuff like that, Broccoli Fest and the Rolling Loud and everything like that?
Like I said, I love music. I love music. So you know, music, art, fashion, all that coincides at once. So like I used to be DMing these managers, man, whoever I would see like the artist tag or like was in their bio, like, you know, contact so and so for a feature or you know something. All right, bet I'm gonna contact all those people I seen. I used to even scroll over to see like, you know how you can see who tags you in a post.
Right.
I'm even going over the people who tagged them in their posts. I'm DMing their friends. Man, I DM'd everybody.
Just going through the tags and the hashtags. Or
Man, I'm trying to find who knows and can like get in contact with this person, show them my work, or want to take a leap of faith on me, you know, and let me like do my thing. And, I'm gonna do my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So when it comes to somebody, let's say somebody in high school or who's just getting started in the industry, what would be your advice to that person for them to, one, get started, to start making those connections, and to eventually get to the point where, let's say, where you're at now?
For one, if you get into photography, I would say go shoot. Like, just shoot any and everything. Like, you gotta practice, work on lighting. YouTube University helps a lot, but I would say definitely look at some of the top photographers in your area or wherever you're from, and ask them to take you under their wing. Like, that's where I would start. Like now, because it's kind of hard to just post stuff or grow genuinely how we did, like, you know, because how fast social media and, you know, how fast trends move. So yeah, like, you gotta like really perfect your craft, and somebody's gonna notice you. Like, somebody's gonna notice you. So yeah, like, definitely like keep studying. Like, always stay a student of the game. Like, don't ever think you hot because somebody else is gonna just come and become hotter than you. So yeah, I just say always stay a student, and, you know, just keep trying to learn more information.
Okay, so I got a question, because let's go back, because you said you started because you saw your dad was a photographer, but he didn't take it serious. But I'm assuming, so was photography like your passion when you was a kid? Like, or how did you grow into wanting to do it professionally?
I saw the money from it. I saw the business aspect.
So you saw like, it wasn't really a passion, like you just loved to do it, but you saw it was a way to like earn extra money.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, like when I first started, nah, it wasn't a passion, but I grew into it. I grew to love it. It definitely became a passion after that. And then like I saw the business side of it, or the hustle aspect. Now I would say I'm more sourced on the business foundation of everything. But you know, yeah, that's I would say like that was my start.
Okay.
And what would you say are some of like the secrets or things that you wish you would have known about the business side versus just the hobby side? Like, what's the major differences that you see?
Well, not just let me add on to that, not just the business versus the hobby, but it's like the business side versus like the art side of it. You know.
So the business side of it is making the money. The art side of it is, I would say, your passion projects. I think that's something I wish I should have done more. Like, you know, the projects where you just go out and shoot. You might get your friends together, or you might literally plan something like thoroughly out where you need props, you need scenes, you need X, Y, and Z. So you literally got to plan like the concept of the shootout, and like, you know, it might be a scene or something like, you know, that's some really dope stuff. Like, you know, I wish I would have got more into. But I would say like on the business end, our community lacks, you know, the education of properly setting up a business, or, you know, I mean, leave it at that. Like, I wish,
just being an entrepreneur,
I wish, you know, my parents, like, and it's not their fault, like, I'm not saying that at all, but I wish my parents, like, was taught That's a better way to say it. The stuff that I know now that they could have had me set all that stuff up when I was first in high school, and then I could have my money going to my business accounts. I would have been taking deposits, so I'm not getting like I ain't trying to curse on here, but effed over on shoots and
talk how you talk, bro.
Oh, I appreciate that, but yeah, so I ain't getting messed up. Like, bro, I had people like try to run off on me. People like BS didn't show up, wasting my time. It's a lot of stuff that I would say like kind of drove my passion away too, like because I didn't have the business and set up. So that's like something I would stress to anybody: get the business and set up. You ain't gonna have to worry about the BS.
So you mentioned that you show people how to start getting their business structures ready and getting good for that. What are some of the things that you're now seeing now that should be, like if someone's trying to get into photography or just in general, what are some of those core things that they should have in place so that they don't, get messed over or have these mishaps basically?
So some things I would say, so definitely set up your LLC, get your EIN number, go get a business bank account, and then get a merchant account. And your merchant account is like a Stripe, PayPal. No, we ain't doing Zelles, we're not doing Cash App, we're not doing, Apple Pay.
Venmo, yeah.
Yeah, no, actually get you a proper merchant account so people can't do chargebacks or, also get stuff in writing. Contracts is important, yeah, man.
I want to talk on a couple of those things because I myself can talk about those things. I've got messed over. I've had chargebacks that shut down my merchant account to the point where I'm like, yo, I'm trying to figure stuff out. Like when I went to Puerto Rico, as I was taking off, like to go to Puerto Rico, I found out that my account was getting shut down as I'm taking off. So I got a 4-hour flight that I just can't do nothing. I just got to sit there and just lock in and stuff. So when I land, now I'm scrambling to figure stuff out, and it's nighttime. And I'm trying to get all this stuff going. So, like you were talking about the importance of contract. Having a contract in place is going to be so important because, like, most people try to go cheap, try to do the cheap route, and just go on Google and stuff like that. And that's not going to work because somebody's going to, like, a real finesser is going to figure out how to finesse that, right? They already looking, and now with ChatGPT, Claude, Bard, right? That thing you can upload the whole PDF of the contract and now be like, all right, well, how can I get around this thing and start doing like whatever it needs to do. So paying that money for that contract, because like with mine, I partner with people. I was like, yo, all 3 of us, 4 of us, we going in on this contract because we need this. We need a merchant account because it like you don't want to start intermingling your money with your personal funds, right? Because you can definitely get into big shit with that because now you're doing what's called piercing the corporate veil.
Right.
And when you start piercing that corporate veil, now it's like, all right, that person can come and sue your business, but then sue you because your business and you are one and the same. So, yeah, no, I'm glad you brought that up. It's just like having those things in place to make sure that,
I would also like to add this: once you get your EIN, your LLC, and your merchant account, definitely have a business address as well.
Oh yeah.
Like have a virtual office.
Business address. I personally stay away from the virtual office. Well, depending on the business and what you are trying to accomplish. But if you're looking for a business address, go to ipostal.com. Make sure it's not Staples or Google the building before you purchase. Make sure it's not one of those like Staples, Home Depot, or like just make sure it's an actual office building.
Exactly.
So like
make sure it's in a office district.
Yeah, like you said, you want to have a proper business address, proper business email. I'm not talking about Gmail, Yahoo. I'm talking about like
you gotta go buy that domain.
Info at your business or support at your business or your first name, last name at your business.com. Like, get a proper website too, like
correct.
Or like it could even be a landing page. Like have something.
Squarespace is like $20 a month.
Right. Yeah.
So I want to.
And the business phone number. My bad. Business phone number.
That's
1-800 number. Oh my goodness.
So I want to talk on a couple of those things. Cause I also talk about that stuff. I posted one. That's what I started with. Was at a Staples Center, and it actually worked for a little bit, but then like they started switching things up. Regis is another one.
Yeah, Regis is a really good one.
call. Please call, because I got myself locked into like a 2 or 3 year contract.
Oh wow.
And I don't even use that business no more. And they're like, well, you're going to have to either pay the full balance off or just keep paying monthly. I'm like, well, why did they charge me? And they're like, because it was an option, the small box that you got to check off at the end or something like that. It's easy to miss. And if you don't, then you basically say, all right, I agree to a contract.
Yeah, Regis almost got me with that, but I had to definitely hit the month to month.
They got me good on that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, Regis, I posted one for the mailbox. Grasshopper or Ring Central for your phone number.
Yeah, I love Grasshopper. Call 8 is another good one.
Cool.
Like Call 8 is KALL 8. The number 8.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another.
I actually use a company called, I believe it's Uno or something like that.
So I might have to add that to my
Yeah, right. So I actually have like my local number and the 800 number from that company. So I think it's like $15 a month, if that.
Yeah.
You know, so that's a dope, affordable way to get your numbers as well.
And then for website, you have Wix, Squarespace, and then to create one real quick, durable.co.
I heard about that. Have you ever used it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't activated buying the domain and then setting it up, because I already had the website. But if I want to do a quick mock-up, because what I do for my business, I automate businesses, small businesses, like the follow-up process, the messages, the emails, all that stuff. I automate that stuff, so you don't have to keep doing that. But if I want to do a quick demo and like, hey, here's a sample website, go to durable.co. It's free. You can mark that up, and then like I pay a guy in Pakistan, a couple dollars a day to then go and create that same website, because he's like, oh, okay, I can see this now, I can go ahead and do it myself. So yeah, that's just a way to keep things in house. But I wanted to put that out there, so like, because people, it's normal to us, but to somebody who's getting started in this journey, they're like, wait, what? Also talk about the EIN, like, because people will pay to get an EIN.
For real?
Yeah.
People will pay you just have
Oh, y'all, wait, y'all know that your EIN is free? Like, go to IRS.gov.
People don't know to set up an LLC is free.
Yeah, you just gotta pay the fees that's associated with.
Pay
your state.
State fees.
You just pay your state fees.
But you don't need you don't need a lawyer or anybody to sign up for LLC in your state.
Look, this video come out before the end of the year. Hit me up. I'll help you I'll walk you through the whole process for free.
We'll definitely link your info into it. And I actually check out one of my older videos, because I did do a video on getting your LLC, your EIN, getting your numbers, and your virtual office or an address. So it's in one of my older videos. So go check that one out. I'll link that in the video.
Please.
But let's get back to like your story. And so see that you started in school, you started with local artists, then you branched out to like bigger events. But now you say you're pivoting, or not pivoting, but you're opening up new streams of income with coaching. Was it coaching? Or
Yeah.
Okay, so how is that going? Like, how did you get started in that?
So actually I got started, like, me and Alex had this thing, we like to be very transparent. So I got started just from multiple years of trying out multiple businesses. Like I did Legal Shield, Forex.
Are you the Forex guy?
I wasn't one of those. I actually like trading. Trading is very good. If you actually learn how to trade, please get into it.
Day trading or just regular
trading foreign currency.
Okay.
So, and it actually teaches you how to trade, do day trading. And that's actually real trading. Day trade, like them quick, setups. Right. And cool and all, but the real money's in day trading. Learning about stocks and stuff, all that stuff is very important. I would never knock it, but the whole business, Forex, the signing people up part, it's never for them.
You're broke.
That used to throw me off.
Right.
But I tried that. Was part of a yacht rental business where we purchased our first yacht. Did Amazon, FBA.
I'm not touching the yacht business, but go keep it.
No, you're definitely touching that. I was photography for the past 10 years. I'm a travel agent, so like just doing all those things, and it was like literally just a hustle because I never had the foundational pieces set up. But it wasn't until like I got into the yacht rental business, the the Amazon FBA, and then I had made a fitness investment as well, and I was doing the work on the back end for that, where I saw that not having those business foundational pieces set up and not having the business financial education behind it can really put you in a hole. So I went into debt, messed up my own personal credit score, like just not knowing I had access to business funds.
Like, I think a lot of new entrepreneurs fall into that trap.
Man, I used all my money, like every paycheck or from every gig, I'm putting that straight into these businesses, like every week, paying the minimum on my credit cards. Like, I mean, I still got to live my life, so I'm still using them, but like, I'm just paying the minimum because all my money's, I'm all in. Like, but also one thing I realized, those weren't my ideas. Like, those were investments. Like, I was all in on other people's ideas. Like, I hope y'all catch that. Like, I was all in on other people's ideas. I had to literally have a self-reflection moment and literally sit down and was like, all right, when am I going to be all in for myself? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I literally invested into me. Like, I'm selfish now. Like, I only do stuff like that I want to do. Everything's about me. Like, so it wasn't until I did go through a dark point. Like, I was like, man, I don't want to do no more businesses. I just want to work a regular 9 to 5. I never not working 9 to 5s either.
Exactly.
I have an IT job. I'm blessed. I telework 5 days a week, so it allows me to do everything for my business, and I get great benefits. So I would never knock a 9 to 5. But yeah, I was ready to just be normal 9 to 5 guy. But I had a lot of friends coming to me, asking me for business advice and business help. Helping them out. I'm not thinking none of it. One day I got my man's like $17K in business fund.
Wow.
He sent me $500 just off the strength. Like, nobody else like sent me nothing. Like, I ain't knocking them. Still love you guys, but yeah, he sent me $500.
Hey, get them, send that invoice. Come on, man. Look out.
He sent me $500, and I'm just like, yo, what's this for, bro? He said, nah, bro, you really know your shit, bro. Like, fool, you should monetize this. Like, really looking to monetize this. As soon as he said it, like, I read it, like, a light bulb just went off in my head. It couldn't have been nothing but God, because, like, I literally just started doing a whole bunch of research. Shout out to my mentors, Darius Bender, Dion Coopwood, Damon P. Dillard. I found them through research on YouTube, TikTok, everything on just how to like actually start this as a business, and then how to properly optimize it. My mentors really showed me and gave me all the tools and everything I need to, help the people out. And I'm all for just like really just helping people.
You touched on a few things that I want to highlight, like, and some things that we touched on before. The last thing was the important benefit of having a mentor, but also you said it's like there was times where you was betting on other people's dreams, but you had to learn how to bet on yourself, which is an important thing for all entrepreneurs. I think when you're new, because I think we're influenced by like a lot of other people's dreams. Like we see YouTube, Instagram, we see what other people are doing. So we have to learn how to identify like what we're good at, what our passion is, and how to bet on ourselves. And the last thing you said was I definitely identify with being in a dark place and just wanting to just say, I don't want to be an entrepreneur no more. I just want a regular life, And I think that's another thing that a lot of entrepreneurs go through, young entrepreneurs, because we took a chance, we gambled. Sometimes we bet on ourselves, sometimes we bet on other people, and so and when it didn't work, we all go to like try to find safety, like a safety net. Definitely. And I feel like the 9 to 5 is the safety net. Yep. So man, all those things are great, man. I'm glad you touched on those things. You got something you want to ask, Alex?
Oh, wait.
No,
therapy. Hey, I don't care if you're not even going through nothing right now. Go get your therapist. I promise you, it'll change your world, change your life. Like therapy, like best thing that ever happened to me.
We all got that childhood trauma.
Like I call my therapist my black auntie. She is the one like that. Dr. Johnson.
Get her info from you.
Yeah, for sure. But
it's crazy you say that, because I definitely agree with that as well. And we have a special episode coming up. We're going to shoot real soon and we're actually gonna have like my therapist.
Oh, I love
Man, and I like that, man. I was telling Alex about my therapist earlier. Like he just finished a TED talk recently. He's been a guest on the Oprah Winfrey Show before. Been on national syndicated podcast, but not even just his accolades. It's just, man, I was in a dark place recently, and like you said, man, batting on myself and looking for a safety net. Like, yo, my therapist came at a really, really good time because I've dealt with all those things you just said.
And that's the life of an entrepreneur, because a lot of times the entrepreneur lifestyle is just like this one that's painted on Instagram, social medias, and whatever.
Just wins. They only show the wins.
Just wins, right? And you don't really get to see those losses or what happens, and then you get when those losses happen because of reality and stuff. Now it's like, all right, you get discouraged, you get down, you start doubting yourself, you start doubting your abilities, who you are, what you got going on and stuff. And you come to this low point where it's like, man, maybe other people were right. You start letting all these other people start influencing you and what you got going on and stuff. But
and your self-doubt start to creep in.
Self-doubt started to creep in, your insecurities and everything you got going on. But in those moments, those are really the moments that you should not look forward to, but embrace as a whole.
Amen. Self-reflection is so important, bro.
Yeah.
But also along with self-importance, you gotta become self-aware to get through those dark places or overcome whatever you're going through. Like, if you're not aware of who you are, and you don't know you don't know yourself, that journey is just gonna continue to be a struggle.
But I think that's one of the benefits of that time period when you're just doubting, you're in a down place. That's when you really learn who you are.
Yeah.
Like, that's when I finally figured out, yo, I'm trying to be like people who influence me instead of learning who the hell I really am.
Damn, that's powerful.
Man, and you learn how to deal with your emotions. Don't self-medicate on drugs, alcohol, things. You just be still, be in the moment, and just learn yourself. Meditate.
You gotta listen.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the hard part. Because I remember having that conversation with you when you let me know when everything was going through, and it was more about the things that you're going through now is a quiz, right? Because when we were in school, you had quizzes, you had a pop quiz, you had a quiz, you had a test, right? And then you had your finals, right? And most times when we have challenges in life, those are just the quizzes. Those aren't even the tests. The quiz is to see, are you ready for the test? Because that test is that next level. That test is that moment when you go and stretch yourself more than you've ever been, pause, right? and now you're super uncomfortable. And I always taught this and talked about this even when I was young, right? When I was 19 and stuff. Crazy to say that now, but I'd be like, yo, you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because the minute that you're comfortable with being uncomfortable, you're a dangerous person. Every time every time that I got into a situation, it wasn't the fact that it was just like, oh man, this is bad, but it's it's okay. And it's okay because I'm going to make it okay because I'm comfortable with being uncomfortable. So I put myself in this situation, right? And a lot of times we have life happening to us. I was like, fuck that. I'm about to flip the switch. I'm about to make myself happen to life. Make myself create that life. So last year, we were talking about, last year I bought a car, next month I bought a house, next month I bought a Tesla, next month I bought another car, a month after that I bought another car. Right, and then I was stressed out, and it was because I put myself in that stressful situation. Because I'm like, if I created this situation, I can get myself out because I'm the creator of that situation. So now I'm going to be the solver of those problems. And once you start solving those problems that you have, now you become more resilient, and you become more savvy to problem solving. And like you were talking about, and we always talking about, trying to figure out who am I? I think every man goes from boyhood to manhood And in that instance, where you're going to boyhood to manhood, you're trying to figure out who am I. Like your late teens.
You lose that what do they call it? That adolescence, that innocence. That's when you lose your innocence.
When you lose your innocence, now you start trying to. You got a bar. When you lose your innocence, you gain your cognizance, right? Because you become cognizant of the world around you and realizing that the world around you is not what you used to thought it was.
Yeah, it's not as. It's not all peaches and
That was
cream.
a bar though.
No, that was a bar.
Nah, see, now I'm just
I'm still in it.
Hey, Mike, clip that up.
Nah, but to stay right there where you was at uncomfortable, bro. It's crazy that you said that. So, all right, when we all go through these uncomfortable moments, especially when we're at those lows or those dark places, right?
Right.
When we get out of them,
Are you a beast?
correct, but a lot of us revert back to our old ways and those tendencies where we were comfortable at first again. Like once we get back to being comfortable, like our back isn't against the wall no more, we start fighting. I had to realize that, all right, once my back get off the wall, I have to keep putting myself in uncomfortable positions, not necessarily saying like, oh, I gotta
keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah, keep up with the Joneses, but I'm saying I can't just live life at leisure no more. I gotta do all the stuff that I would procrastinate on or I would just put off till tomorrow because all right, I done knocked out 5 things off my to-do list. Like, man, them other 3 things could wait. When I had time to do those other 3 things, but now I'm just trying to go chill, go to joint, go watch a movie, go partake in some, extracurricular activities. But bro, it's go time. Like, we don't got time to waste. Like, nah, it's time to get uncomfortable. Stop doing everything that you used to doing. Like, man, go get in the gym and go to work.
I used to
work on your business.
I used to lose a lot of friendships, and it used to rub people the wrong way a lot of times because people would talk about the game, sports, and like fashion and all these other extra stuff. I'm like, bro, it's like that's cool and all, but I'm worried about the money and the grind and stuff. And a lot of people are like, bro, you gotta have that fine balance. And I heard this on Earn Your Leisure where they were just like, yo, when you're getting to it, there's no fine balance. There's no work-life balance. There's no 4-hour work week. There's none of that is a big imbalance. And you need that imbalance to grow because when you have balance, that means you're content. You're comfortable. Well, no, I'm sorry. When you're balanced, you're comfortable. And when you're comfortable long enough, you get content.
Amen.
Right? Mike, clip this up. Right?
We got you on the clip, bro.
Yeah. Opus, clip this up.
I got you.
So we have all these moments where it's like you said, we knock out our biggest to-do list or we knock out our biggest thing and it's like, oh, well, I got to celebrate the small wins. It's like, yes, but there's ways that you can celebrate but still keep pushing forward because what happens is, imagine that you're on a plane, traveling, right? You're Markel, you're going to go see Chief Keef, right? Doing the biggest Rolling Loud concert, and you're on the airplane starts, and then guess what? Cuts the engine, right? Now all of a sudden, you roll to a slow stop, and now guess what? You gotta fire back up the engines, you gotta prep everything back again, you gotta do all your checks, make sure everything's good to go, and then you gotta get all this momentum built back up just to move an inch.
Right.
And I think a lot of times we get so used to that start-stop, and that's where we revert back to the comfort because we're like, yo, I'm not making no progress. And a lot of times we're not doing something. I made a reel on this yesterday. You got to do 10 times more, 10 times longer, right?
That's a fact.
The 10,000 hour rule, right? It's 10 years. There's a reason you're having the success you're having with the photography industry is because you stuck it out long enough, put in the reps, put in the hours, put in the mess up, put in the dollars that have been burned, the time that's been burned, both y'all in the photography industry, y'all making y'all moves and y'all cutting y'all teeth, as the older saying, cutting your teeth. But you're getting these reps out the way because you're learning everything what not to do. Right? The best offense is the best defense. So if you got to take these punches and you got to learn, oh, okay, I keep going this way, and I keep getting jabbed that way, maybe I shouldn't go that way. And it's a lot. It's a lesson that as boys turning into men, we don't really get enough of that tough love and just like, yo, look, yes, there's this fast life that you can take. You can take this fast track. But what ends up happening is as fast as you come up, you go even faster on the way down. It's like, I don't think we talk enough about what's not sexy, right? What's not sexy is putting in the time. You go to 9 to 5, and then you need your 5 to 9, right? And if you're really getting after it, you need to go until 11 o'clock at night sometimes. Sometimes you need to be up at 5 in the morning.
2 a.m.
Yeah. Right?
2 a.m. Then wake up at 6 a.m.
Editing hours be crazy.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. You need to put in those long days, but you need to put in enough long days in the week to add up to the month, to add up to the years. Right? Because if not, then you're not going to get enough reps to really realize what's working and what doesn't work. And we were talking about like the Alex Hormozy joint yesterday, where it's just like you have to like start testing all this stuff. You got to test enough times to be like, yo, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. And you're talking about the whole yacht business, right? I think that's how I
wanted to touch on that. Yeah.
I think that's how we got back to talking to one another, because we saw each other in the gym all the time, just like high and by. And then when you told me y'all were in the yacht business, that's why I was like, wait, what? All right, let's talk. So go ahead and talk about that, like your progress on that, your thoughts on what you thought was going to happen versus the reality.
And how'd you get in? How did y'all come up with getting into the yacht business?
So let's piggyback. Let's go back a little bit. He said that you was talking about the conversations piece, bro. You wasn't like that. Like I said, I know him since high school. Lord, he never had none of those type of conversations with us, bro. Oh man, yeah, you was definitely like probably considered the weird kid, but like fool.
I was locked in.
But yeah, like I mean, just like all right, like but it wasn't until like all right, I really got to college, and like I think it's a difference between going from like a kid to the teenager and losing your innocence and like seeing what the real world is, but like going from a teenager to an actual real adult and actually like navigating and seeing how the real world works, and just popularity shit ain't nothing, bro. Like like or like gossiping and how we talk about sports all day, or what celebrity did what, bro. That shit ain't important, bro. Like man, like I done wasted so many arguments and conversations. Who's a realer rapper?
It's a distraction.
Bro, that shit. But I just had to like definitely commend you and get, bro. I think I always get your flowers every time I see you, but yeah, bro.
I appreciate
it. Yeah, bro. Like,
listen, if you go that route, understand, like I said, you lose a lot of friends, a lot of people just like, what, bro? Go on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't make a lot of genuine connections, and it's a lonely world when you get into it, because like,
I think that's for the best though.
It is.
You keep fake people from around.
Yeah.
Because who wants to be around? Who wants to be around motherfuckers who only want to use or only want to take from you?
Yeah.
They don't want to pour into you.
Exactly.
So I think that's a great thing, honestly. Like even myself with the content, like sometimes I be slacking on posting the content to my main Instagram. Like I'm fearful how people are going to judge me and all that, because they see me do this, they see me do that. But I talked to my therapist today about that, and I had to realize, fuck them.
There's a book on that, how to not give a fuck.
Yeah.
There's a little,
I probably read that joint.
Yeah.
Or it was something like that.
Yeah. But let's get back to like the yacht.
Yeah. So bro, with the yacht, call it the dumbest and smartest investment I ever made. I literally tell everyone this: smartest and dumbest investment I ever made. Smartest because of how much potential it had. I actually do want to get back into the the yacht rental business when the time is right. But why I say it was the dumbest is because the lack of education and you gotta know who you're going into business with.
And know the business that you're going into.
Oh my goodness. Yes, you gotta know the business that you're going into, and like just how to properly set it up. Like that's why I say like having a mentor, or like it don't even gotta be a mentor, but find somebody in that niche that is already successful or already has the knowledge. Like if we would have just even got with someone who really knows boats and like literally
Shop.
like, you know, sat down with them for like a month and actually like study, all right, you know, this is everything that's needed, like stuff went at gone like how it went. But only thing, like the reason why things went how they went, and I would never blame my business partners for like I would never put the full blame on them. Like everybody had their part to play. Slack just wasn't picked up in certain areas. A lot of stuff that ended up starting to fall on me a bit. And a big thing was money just kept going in, but we wasn't seeing a return because we just didn't have that structure. We didn't know the business. We didn't know like everything that went into it, and like.
Sounds real familiar.
Yeah, I feel like, and like, you know, I feel like my business partner, I still love them to death. Like those still my boys and everything. Even though I walked away from them, but like I feel like they just wanted to more so look sweet instead of like really monetize it and everything, and really like understand and know the business of it. And honestly, when we first got it, I did not want to do it. I promise you, I was like, bro, why are we getting the boat? Like we went to the Annapolis boat show, and it was just like a see it, touch it, feel it, obtain it, you know, that whole manifestation sniff. So that's what we was going to do, like, you know, get prices, see what it's looking like. All right, this is what we got built up to next year and everything.
Okay. I was
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
I heard a deep
Yeah. When I tell you, I had an attitude the whole day anyways, man. They found I had stepped off to go get some food, man. Like, they had found a joint calling me, like, where you at? Walked up to the joint. I'm like, oh, snap. Like, this ain't nice. I heard the price. I'm like, that's it? Man, called the finance company up. They like, oh, it's only gonna be like this much more? That's like, ain't nothing for over it. And it's only three of us, so we can split that? Oh, man, over it, bro. I'm basically wiping my ass with that money like a month. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind. Like, that's a great investment on my end. Like, you know, that's how I'm thinking. Like, all right, bet. Let's do it. Bro, like I said, just the structure. Like, the structure was fucked up. Like, people just wasn't doing it. We supposed to have a cleaning lady. We supposed to have, like, captains. We supposed to get, like, certain licenses. Business structure and foundation is so important. And then, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Business funding, bro. Not knowing about business funding. Like, 813 credit school, bringing in over 100K a year. Bro, I could have really walked in the bank 250K, not once, but twice. And had a $500,000 business fund, and we could have used that to fund the business stuff. Me just keep throwing my own money into the joint, and like we could have set up so many more systems. We was like BSing on certain stuff because we was like, oh, we gotta wait for money to come in. Oh, we gotta wait for this booking to, you know, pay their deposit. Oh, then we could. But it was just too many moving pieces. Like that's why I say like having funding, like business funding, is like so important.
Okay. That was a good catch.
Yeah.
That was a good catch.
I was gonna say this. In the moment, I felt it was tough, right? I don't know if I ever told you this, but it was very tough in the moment to ask the questions I was asking y'all. I was like, how's this set up? What is this looking like? What are these numbers? What is this going on? How's it?
Oh, during this time you had Alex ask you these questions?
Bro, yes, bro.
Oh, I know you was thinking, I want to.
Alex, I feel like me and Alex probably had this conversation. I was like, bro, what the hell? Like, I think he saw it on my face. I'm like, bro, what the hell are you talking about? Like, he's asking us about, like,
I knew that was an uncomfortable conversation.
Business literary stuff and business financial literary stuff, and I'm just like, bro, it was so bad to the point, like, all right, we need to set up, like, weekly meetings, like, because, like, you really got teachers and stuff, like, bro, we're, like, lost in the sauce, bro. And from that point, like, just that, like, little stuff right there, like, he saw, like, what, yeah, it had a lot of potential, but he saw like deep into the future. All right, bro. Like, eventually, like this is going to only last me so long because y'all don't have the foundation set up, bro.
I've had the same conversation with him.
I'm about to say this, bro. When you going through some shit,
you do not.
This is the best and worst dude to be talking to. Cause he gonna let you know. Oh damn, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
And like. I'm gonna ask those questions that needed to be asked, but not the question that you wanted to be asked. And it's like, but it's so enlightening because I'm like, yo, I'm only asking these questions because either one, I've heard something, or two, I've gone down that route and personally blew something. Like I blew a bag myself, right? Like I've blown bags where I was making 50K a year, and I was blowing more bags than I had because I was like, nah, I need to get courses, I need to get this, I need to get that. I was just always learning all the time, and then like for the both of y'all, when I started hearing certain things, it was like, you want to do this, but where's this at? What's this thing that's supposed to be in place? Why don't you have this? And it's like those uncomfortable questions. Because I remember, bro, we was downstairs, and y'all was just like, yo, who? Like you, like we know you, but bro, who do you think you are? And I was like,
bro, hell, like I said, I'm real transparent, y'all. Fuck that. We have an operating agreement. If you probably don't even know what that is.
Ooh, if we got partners, please have that.
We didn't have an engagement agreement, bro. We didn't have bro, we didn't have anything, bro. We have a contract between each other as partners, bro. We have nothing, like literally nothing, like, bro. That's what, like, that's where my found, like.
Did
bro,
you have anything to protect yourself against any litigation? Anyway,
that's what I was asking. I was like, I was asking because that's my thing. It's contracts.
You want to know what was funny, bro? Like, it's not even really funny. Like, not actually. After that, I even take that back. It's not funny because it's fucking up our community, like as like, you know, black people. Bro, that shit wasn't even in the business name, so it went under one person's name, bro. That's why I was. That's
was it in your name?
Why you think I was able to walk away?
Woo!
No, it wasn't in my name.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying.
That boy's sick. Okay, I'm gonna go back because when you said yacht and you said you were in like photography production, I'm like, yo, this seems like a good idea. Like you're in production, you do music videos, like a yacht. That sounds like money. Like I'm sure all these up and coming rappers want to do music videos on yachts and stuff. So I'm like,
don't
yo.
get me started.
Bro, so when I tell you I was literally like the investment piece, and I did like some of the back end stuff for that. Like my main focus was the Amazon. Then, you know, I had my other stuff like the travel business, the photography business. Like that was like, and I had my job, so I'm like focused on these other pieces. And I like literally said before we got the joint, like, yo, this is y'all gonna have to like really run this joint. Like I can't like, you know, invest my time.
Day to day.
I can do the money thing, but the time, like, I don't have.
Right.
Bro, them systems are so important, bro.
It is. We had an episode on that recently. Both setting up systems.
Yeah, bro. Like, man, like.
That's for me. I was like understanding real estate, right? If you build a house on sand, what's going to happen? It's going to sink. It's going to fall because you don't have a solid foundation. And I realized early on, like, yo, your business has to have a foundation. I'm not saying that me personally, all my businesses are perfect, right? None of them are perfect at all, by any means. But the things that I realized, I'm like, wait, because I would always ask lawyers and experienced people and mentors, because I had mentors since I was like 16, 17, right? I praise my mom for that part because she forced me to go to get a mentor. And I would always talk to them and I would always hear their failures and their mess ups and stuff. And that's what allowed me to be so confident in making mistakes, because they're like, yo, I made all these mistakes, I'm still here, right? And I'm comfortable with being uncomfortable. I'm like, damn, all right, cool. So there's a lesson in that. But at the same time, I can take their lessons and learn from that. And I don't have to deal with a lot of that stuff. So, yeah, because like I was saying with Markel, I remember having that conversation with y'all at the studio. And I was like, dead face. I was like, I need to see y'all financials, right? And like you were talking about, was messing up the community. We oftentimes go on this like trust-based faith system, like, oh, you my man, so you know I trust you, you trust me, so we don't need no paperwork and stuff like that. But you really don't know who you're getting into business with, because you don't know how that person manages their finances, you don't know how that person manages their time, you don't know what's the conversation that's happening up here in that person's head, that the reason why they're getting into this, right? Y'all may just have a session over like some blunts or whatever. You're like, you know what would be great, right? But you have to really, like, we're forgetting the fact that we're playing grown men games. And you get either grown men prizes or grown men risk, right? And so when you start playing those games, you play a dangerous game, because now money is not the root of all evil, but the love for money can be the root of all evil, right?
Yeah.
And so when you start intermingling your finances, your emotions, the way that you manage it, like you need to have set things. A good book for this is Traction by Gino Wickman, right? Where he's like, yo, you gotta have the shot caller in place, you gotta have the organizer in place, you gotta have these different buckets for people to be and stick to that role, right? Because like you were saying, you thought they were going to manage it, and then they turned around and was like, nah, Markel got it. Like, he's already doing all the business stuff, so you might as well keep doing it. And when you don't have those established roles, internal conflict starts happening. And now you go from that's my man to, yo, hey, bro, we cool, to then it turns into, hey, bro, I'm not playing no more. Like, now you start burning bridges and stuff. And that's what I felt like I personally did with a lot of friendships. And I'm coming back to, like, mend a lot of those because I realized, like, I was either too aggressive, too brash, too like direct, and just the way that I approached things. So I was too militant to go after certain things. And it's just like it doesn't need to be that way, but at the same time, those conversations need to happen. Those uncomfortable conversations need to happen.
Let's get a couple more questions. So go ahead, but we're coming up on an hour, so you just want to wrap it up.
It's a good conversation. It's a good conversation, right?
Yeah, now I'll make this part quick, but you know, back to the partners, like why I can't say it's like all their fault is because, like I said, we ain't know, like, all right, back to the system, like, all right, how you say it, everybody has to have a role, and but it gotta be subsets of, you know, people under that, like, so if somebody's managing the yacht, you know what I'm saying, all right, well, they got still hire out cleaning company, captain company, even a bookkeeper, say someone that's going to manage the book, the book, because shoot, we lost out on a lot of money just because niggas kept missing people reaching out for like either a consultation or inquiry, man. Like shoot, music video, family want to go out for July 4th, you know what I'm saying, like little stuff like that, man. Just kept
that where money could be coming in. Okay,
that's what I work on now because I realize how much people just overlook that. People want to do the business, the face of the business, but there's a whole back. You got your IT department need to happen, your legal department, your finance department, your marketing department.
Because that sounds like something like a virtual assistant.
VA. Oh my God, VAs are so important. I love them. Yes. But yeah, go ahead.
No, that's all I have for this episode. I think that this was a great conversation that we should definitely have more of these conversations in these aspects because people our age don't talk about this shit.
Yeah, I would love to come back.
I think we should. I was about to say, I think we should definitely do a part 2 for this conversation. All right, because I have some more questions, but thank you for coming on. But you want to?
How can people reach you?
Yeah, about it, man.
So y'all look for the authority page. That's like it's my personal page too. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Shot by Kel is Kel. Shot by Kel. And then if you're looking for the business consulting side, evolve.bsg. It stands for Evolve Business Strategies Group. So evolve.bsg, and that's where you can find me.
All right, man. Appreciate it, my man.
Yeah, no, we definitely gotta do this again.
I
appreciate y'all.
Do this again, man. This was very informative. Lot of gems. Yeah, man. Thank y'all for coming back for another episode. Again, this was the Millennial Mogul Mindset Podcast. Thank you for coming back, and see you in the next video. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Indeed.
Again, we gotta talk about changing the name again too.
Do what?
We got to talk about